Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below.
I'm doing pretty fine, how are you, mate? So... as we're in the qualifying right now, I'm already seeing some drivers are retiring from the station in this Sakir Bahrain. As we're in the 2020 season, today's Bahrain Grand Prix will be pretty much over, it seems like, in the second race.
And we see that Dominic, he is already out of the race. Dominic made quite a good impression last race. Wow, he was actually in the race actually. I believe he started down in P18 and fought his way up to a higher points paying position, but sadly he was involved in an incident, I believe, with Nurtex, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, a DNF in his qualifying, so he's pretty much guaranteed to be starting last at the moment. So this is not how he wants to start off his race.
As I say, we're already seeing some drivers such as Nurtex is already in the first DRS zone, second DRS zone. He's gonna be starting his lap soon in his racing point. We knew he was pretty fast in the first round of Austrian Grand Prix, but he had to retire, I believe, because of a collision with other drivers. I guess that was after turn 1.
I know. I believe he did make contact at turn 1, yes, at some point in the race, because that triggered that safety car that came out.
As we say, he's coming to the last corner, opening his DRS with the full hot lap mode, passes the finish line, heading to turn 1. We're already seeing some yellow flags in the last straight, but seems like no problem at all. Nurtex locking his tires into the turn 1. And now heading to the first DRS zone. He's trying to use all of the track almost on the beige part of the track. He locks his tires again, maybe too much brake bias. Or maybe too low, which one is it?
Well, he's probably just broke too late by the looks of things. Missed the apex, and once again he misses the apex into the hairpin.
He's locking in every corner. This is the most difficult corner right now in this circuit, in my opinion. And he locks both of the tires right now. Another DRS zone. I'm not expecting a very good lap from Nurtex because of those locked tires. He's gonna lose him a lot of time as he's heading to the spoon corner right now. If you get on the curb too much, you're gonna spin the car as it just stays away from the curb. And really easy to get invalidated if you go too wide here, as he just gets it right. Heading to the last corner right now. Let's see what time he will make. I'm expecting a 1:30, I think.
see what the Racing Point driver does. It looks like he's going to be much less than the 130 and does a
This is 126.2.
Yep, and we shall jump aboard with Schlumpf. He is about to finish his lap. He's in the only remaining Alfa Romeo car, and he goes 4/10 behind Nurtex with the 126.60. Nurtex's lap leaves a lot to be improved. He missed a lot of corners there, locking up his tyres, and you can see JDB
Pigeon.
and
Moving
Pigeon,
also up to the P2.
both going around 5/10 of a second quicker than Nurtex Sky Carterfell, who, if I'm not mistaken, was up on the podium last time out, setting the good lap to put him into P3. And we just see the AP Legends go and set a lap. I think this will be the derp. He went and set a 27.1 on the mediums, so hard to judge there on the mediums as F1 Racer slots into 3rd position.
So, if you look at Enigma, he's also coming to the last corner right now in the straight at the moment in his Haas. Heading to the last corner, turning with 3rd gear, just have enough ERS left. Opening his deployment mode, just runs out of ERS deployment mode and passes the line in P8 with 126.6. His teammate is at the moment P1 with 25.6. Let's see if he can get closer to his teammate in the oncoming qualifying laps. We're seeing some drivers still in the pits, and Dominic seems like he didn't rejoin the server. So I'm seeing Pizzi in the middle sector right now. Meanwhile, Tudor is coming to the middle sector now.
I'm right in board with Pezzi. As he exits Sector 2 into Sector 3. Takes turn 13
Ooh.
very nicely, and he gets some slipstream off of the AP Legends, and that will help him a huge ton. Into turn 14 he goes. Gets a good exit through the kink of turn 15, which doesn't really exist, and he's into the pits. Yeah.
Did that slipstream really got useful for him, because AP Legends was going so slow and he had to turn the car towards him a lot and cost him some time as well. I think that's him trying to get some slipstream made him lose some time, I guess.
No, I don't think the time it took for him to swerve over, I think it was gained back up with him in the slipstream, and even more time gain due to the whole punch in the air by the Red Bull car. As you see now, Tudor, he will be the next car to come and set a lap in the McLaren.
The only car is qualifying right now. Comes up P13 with 127.4.
Yep.
As we say, I think that is...
Yeah.
Who is it?
I think, well, the next lap to be set will be from Seb, providing he doesn't invalidate and he just dips a tyre onto the grass on the straight. He won't be wanting to do that in any other parts of the lap. Seb, if I'm not mistaken, he took pole last time out in quite the fashion. If I remember, if he didn't invalidate his final lap, he would have been on pole by around 0.8 of a second. So we'll see if the McLaren driver can continue that performance from last time out and translate it into Bahrain qualifying. But there he goes and invalidates his lap already on the exit of turn 4. So that's not what he wants at all. And I believe you can see his teammate ahead. I think he would have slowed down, as you see now, to give him some slipstream.
As we say, I think that's a Racing Point who's just about to start his qualifying lap, or maybe finish it.
Nurtex, I believe that it would be.
Yeah, Nurtex just about to start his qualifying lap, but I think he just invalidated his lap. I can't see the tire data, but it was red on my map. He's now heading for the turn 1, passing both Reynolds. One of them is coming out, one of them is... I believe that Pigeon just came out of the pits now. Nurtex. He's getting closer to the mid sector, just breaking on 50-meter marker, and locks his tires before the middle sector. So let's see what lap time he gets.
He's slightly down on his previous first sector time, but compared to last lap, he hits the apex of turn 8, and we'll see how he fares at turn 9 and turn 10, and he does it a whole lot better than his previous lap, and this could really jumping up a few positions. I'd say he's gained around half a second, maybe even more, just from doing those corners correctly as he heads towards the final stages of the lap through the sweeping bends of turn 11 and turn 12. And he comes up to the sector 3 split. Oh, and he's still only not even up on his time, so it's quite confusing actually how he managed to lock up that much and on his previous lap and still be behind on that. But
as
here
I say, he's coming to the finish line now. Nerdx
P4.
Yeah, he just gained one position. He's still ahead of his teammate, who is in pit still. Which is in pit still. The MTV 1-man-2, whatever his name is pronounced like. I'm seeing Vega going really slow.
Enigma
Also,
is on the lap.
Enigma is coming to the DRS zone right now. The second DRS zone in the circuit.
Comes up towards the trickiest corner on the track, turn 9, which leads into turn 10. It does it quite nicely.
Really easy to lock there as it goes a little bit downhill as well.
Yep.
He's using all of the curbs there and flicking car into the corner, but I think it was a bit wide there as he's going through the spoon corner right now.
Still up. Around half a tenth up on his previous best. And yeah, if he continues like this, he'll just jump above Vega. Providing
he's pushing his engine too much, if you say.
Yeah, oh! Slight tank slapper out of turn 15. And what time can he set? Does he improve? He does improve by just over a tenth to slot him ahead of our mate to go P7. Good lap from the Haasman. And I believe the Renault will be next to set their lap. What does Derp do? He goes 5th with a 125.9 and Pigeon goes pole with 125.480. Great lap from the Renault driver.
2 times quicker than JDB. And his teammate is in P5, so good qualifying session for Renault drivers.
I think this is JDB. I don't know if he's about to finish his lap. It looks like he has just finished his lap actually. Or is he? Yep, he has just finished his lap. And I do think he just managed to improve. And that's the AP Legends managing to improve and going up to P3 on the grid for now. Good lap from the Red Bull driver. And talk about Red Bull.
As Red Portoful just coming to the last, finishing his qualifying lap, and he moves up to P4, just ahead of his teammate, 1/10 quicker, just about 1/10.
But here comes his teammate to the line now. And what
and
time
he
he goes
again F1 racer to P3 with 125.6, really close to JDB's qualifying time. And there's still 5 minutes remaining in the session. I'm seeing Cherno Stano is qualifying at the moment. He's coming to the tricky corner into the DRS, so knocks his tires a little bit in his Red Bull.
Cherno Stano 2 and a bit tenths up from his previous split. We'll see what he's able to do now coming into Sec 3, and he's now 3 tenths up on his previous best. This could slot him in the regions of P6 if he continues like this now.
Into the last corner he comes. Opens his DRS. Moves off to P8 with 126.0.
Yeah, didn't have the best final sector he could have done.
He needs to be 4 times quicker if he wants to reach his teammate.
Yeah.
There is only 4 minutes remaining in the session. He gotta be quick if he wants to send another lap time. Does he have time?
If he gets to the pit quickly, yes he does. Meanwhile, our mate, I think this could actually be his last lap in the session. The Williams driver currently sits in P12 and goes slightly wide through turn 11. Comes up the hill now. to turn 13 and he's half a second up on this 126.5.
Ooh, he invaded his left
yeah, he
arm
did.
brake.
Just noticed that, and he wouldn't want that, but he does have enough time to sweep into the pits now, put a new set of tyres on and go once again. As you see him now heads into the pits, and I think this is Seb just behind, exiting turn 13.
He qualified at P1 last race, right?
Yep, he did.
He didn't set a lap time now, but let's see where he gets. Let's see if he can pass Pigeon, as he did.
4
He is a
tenths.
4 times quicker.
Great that player. He's showing he is one of the better qualifiers out of this group of drivers so far this season. And
meanwhile, his teammate is in P15.
Yep. Nurtex, however, he is 4 tenths up on this lap. This could challenge the regions of P2 if he finishes this lap off nicely, and this should be his final lap of the session, and he just goes P3, only slightly behind Pigeon, and yeah, just maybe a little less oversteer, understeer on one corner. That would have been the front row for the Racing Point driver, but of course, qualifying is not over yet. And there's plenty.
I'm saying Mulchian is, I believe, just finished his lap and heading for the pits. Or maybe he's not heading for the pits, he's just saving his tires for another lap in this session.
That
As
could
it
be
is
the
pits
case.
now, he won't be able to lap qualifying again.
Yeah, man, that was Enigma going through turn 2 and 3 and looked to be losing the rear end of the car. Not too much, but enough to affect your run into turn 4. He goes as wide as possible without invalidating, and he's slightly down on the sector 1 time. Can he improve through sector 2? And he comes towards turn 8. A tricky hairpin opening on exit. Slight wheel spin. Will he lock his brakes into turn 10?
No, he did it pretty nicely. He didn't lock his tires.
Very clean so far from the Haasman.
He's using all of the curves again.
Yeah, and he hits the apex, which I don't believe, unless I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah. And what will the split be now? He is only slightly up, just less than 10, 700ths of a second up on his previous best. And now he blasts towards turn 14 and 15.
Into the last corner he comes. He missed the apex slightly, I think.
Yeah, but that's Seb retiring from the session. He won't set a better lap than that, as Enigma improves by a 10th, and I don't believe that improves his position though. We've got Tudor, P16, and hasn't really done so well in qualifying. If I recall correctly, he was on the front row in Melbourne. And can he improve from this lowly P16 and possibly join his teammate like last time out on the front row? Through sector 1, sorry, he is nearly 4 tenths up on this lap, so he's definitely pushing. He's definitely wanting to improve his lap.
Both Alpha Tauris are on P17 and P18 right now.
Yeah, not the best session, but if you look at the times, they are drastically off. So maybe on their final lap, they're going for it.
Yet.
Yeah,
they didn't set a time yet.
Yeah, I think they are banker laps from the 2. As Tudor comes up towards turn 11.
As I say, I think both of the AlphaTauris are qualifying just now. Both of the drivers, such as Strasic, is coming to the last corner right now.
And Tudor is 1.3 seconds, I think I saw there, on his split.
Strasic moving up to P16. Meanwhile, Pizzi is just coming to the spoon corner as well. Let's see if he can pass his teammate.
What can Petsy do now? 6.3 seconds up. But that, if he keeps like that, that will keep him in P18. Only people to be setting laps on medium tyres in this race.
I think he can pass his teammate.
And he stays.
He did not.
Our mate, he is 4 tenths up. He hasn't invalidated his lap this time round. And he's set to be improving quite a bit as Mulchin. He retires from the session.
Here comes our mate.
P13.
And here comes the MTV one man.
Oh, I think we
in
just
his
missed
racing point.
F1 racer. He went up to P2. Good that from last time's race winner, and that's a Red Bull who's binned it on the final corner. That would be the AP Legends of Sky Carterville. Comes towards the finish line, and he can't improve on that.
MTV man moves up to P10, and I believe that's
JDB. JDB can improve, but I don't think he improves his position. And is that Pigeon? Pigeon retakes P2. And I believe the only person left who hasn't set their final lap is M. Schlump, but look at him. He is on mode 0 and crawling back. So that looks like that's qualifying done, unless Tudor's on the lap, which he isn't.
Well, there's gonna be some quite fight going on in top 5 right now, and oh, I got lagged out by Schlump's screen. Anyways, so let's have your predictions today. What do you think will win today?
I don't think it's right to put a prediction on, but I think if Seb just has a flawless race and he doesn't have his corner cutting issues like he did out in Melbourne, but of course there were drivers that had it much bigger issues with the corner cutting. Some people I believe had 29 seconds worth of penalties last time out, but 2 tenths only it's been slashed down by, so I think Seb could get a race win now. And last time out he took it the race win on track, but with penalties, of course, demoted to P2. I think this is
2 poles in a row.
Yep. I think this is a good time to look at last time's standings. As you see, F1 racer.
Meanwhile, let me just check the invalidations really quick.
Yep. But
so, oh, that's not much actually. Just I'm seeing 6 invalidations, which is Nurtex, Armage, Schlump, and Mulchin. And I was expecting more, but really a few invalidations. Everybody get to set a lap time easily.
So that is qualifying over, and we'll get the final rundown of the grid. So on pole position is Seb, followed by Pigeon in the Renault car. Then we've got F1 racer, Nurtex, JDB, the AP Legends, Sky Carterfell, M. Schlumpf, Derp, MTW Man, Tudor, Mulchin, Vega, Chernostanov, Armate, Enigma, Struzek, Petsy, and Dominic, who did not set a time in qualifying. And just remember, from Tudor downwards, they will have a free set of tyres to choose from in the race. So expect to see people starting on mediums and maybe even hard tyres.
Dominic's not back in the session, right?
I believe Dominic just retired and didn't disconnect. I think that's what happened. So he should be.
Oh yeah, he's in the session, I see his name. So drivers are preparing their setups right now. We'll start with the formation lap to get their tires heated up. And then we'll go lights out in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Seb starting from the pole, and we'll be having some fight. We'll be seeing some fights hopefully in the top 5, as they made really close qualifying lap times in this previous session.
Yep, Bahrain, in my opinion, of course, is quite a good track for just pure racing. People might not like the track as a racetrack, but I do believe the track and the way the DRS zones are placed, it does allow for a lot of good racing to happen. I mean, just look at Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg back in 2014, the duel in the desert in that Mercedes car, which was ever so dominant that season. But now,
great opportunities for overtaking, as it has such long straights in the outer layout. I mean, I said that one. Never mind. As we go in the formation lap.
Yep, and we will see what tyres everybody is on. And as I predicted, Tudor downwards is pretty much only on mediums, except for Chernostanov and AOR Enigma. They have opted for the hard compounder tyres, so a clear split in strategies here today in Bahrain. And that's what I'm saying. You've got this long run. Well, basically 2 straight, one without DRS, of course, from turn 13 down to turn 14, and you've got the big straight, which does have DRS into turn 1. Then you've got the switchback section, which allows for potential switchbacks, of course, and the run down to turn 4, which is also in DRS. So just that whole, nearly a third of the track, it looks like, but it's probably around half of the track there. That whole section just provides for some really good racing. As I said, Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton, but you also saw last year with Charles Leclerc storming back through the field after slipping back from pole position. So we should expect some good racing here. And yet, what do you want to say?
I'm seeing 2 drivers only with the hard tire components, while the rest of the grid from P11 to P19 with mediums, and the first time is with the softs. I wonder if the Cherno and Enigma is trying to just how can I say this?
Go long.
Yeah, going long, and how can I say?
Have better tires.
I don't have the words. I mean, I don't have the words exactly.
Oh, well, the drivers are now on the grid, or at least the lead few. As you see, Seb, he comes up to the start finish line and places his orange McLaren, papaya orange, of course, with dashes of blue in the pole position spot. Will he be able to keep P1 into turn 1? We will have to see if Pigeon has a good start or not.
Hopefully the hard tire runners can survive the lap 1, otherwise it's gonna be painful.
Yeah. Well, here we go now. Go towards 5 red lights.
Yellow flag already.
Lights out, and away we go.
Someone just, oh!
I'm quite not sure what's happened there. But Seb leads into turn 1, followed by Pigeon, who got a drive-through penalty for a jump start, followed by Nurtex, who is side by side with F1 Racer through turn 2, and Nurtex has to go wide to avoid, and that's Pigeon. Pigeon's off.
1, 2, 3 drivers have jumped to start, and one of them is Pigeon. Where's Pigeon?
Pigeon has gone down to 19th, as I just mentioned.
And he has a drive-through penalty as well.
And Tudor is out of the race.
Oh.
He's going board with his team, and looks like there'll be a restart of the race.
Another yellow flag, that's busy, I think.
Yep, the race is restarting.
Pigeon also got 5-second time penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. Are we restarting the lobby?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave the lobby then. Did someone... Wait, hold on. Oh, that's Seb into the corner, and everybody's just leaving the session. Anyways, I guess I'll leave the session too. Let me just... Wait, do I host again? I guess I host again.
Yep. Sorry for that minor inconvenience for what just happened. We had some issues at the start of the race, but we should be back now, and my fingers crossed for no issues here as we just wait for the sessions.
Since every driver know what happened, I guess we're just gonna expect to be drivers more careful into the lap 1.
Yeah.
Drivers are preparing their setups again. I think they have to choose the same tire.
Yeah, only the top 10 because it's still free choice, whatever. But I'd expect it to be the same tire choices once again.
Okay, so let me just check the tire thing. We're having the formation lap once again. Yep, tires are same, so everything is same, except I think dirt is with mediums, I think.
Oh, yes. They have obviously, well, forgotten about top 10 having to start all on the soft tires, and I imagine there'll be consequences because of that. But anyway, around halfway through the formation lap, Seb leading the way still. And he seems to be doing this quick formation lap like he did in Melbourne last week. Him and Pigeon, in fact, both going along with it. So maybe they think this is the best way to heat up their tyres. Who knows? As they're entering Sector 3, well, Dominic, he's only just exiting onto the back straight.
So I think we're gonna have to warn Derp for not choosing the soft tile. I think did they have a choice to choose the softs when in this setup?
Yep, they had choice. Everybody had choice, but top 10 would have had to obviously choose softs because that's what they qualified on and weren't outside the top 10. But here we go now, hopefully for the second and final time. We don't want it to be 3 starts like it was in F1 today. We've got Seb lining up at the head of the field into pole position to start, and as I said, will this be the same position he'll be into turn 1? Let's hope for nothing like what happened last time we tried to start this race. We should be going to 5 red lights any second now. And here we go.
Oh, there's one more jump to start, I think, again. This Mercedes, I think it just moved. Another yellow flag, I'm saying, just like the last race. Let me just check the...
And lights out. And away we go. It's not looking brilliant once again. As with there's some collisions and looks like there's a VSC for the time being.
Trucy getting a 5-second time penalty for collisioning. Oh, wait, no, gain 3 seconds for cutting the corner, I think. What was it? Wait, let me just check from the race director. So yeah, he did get penalty for collision with MT. One man for gaining 3 places as well.
Restart again.
Oh my god.
Judas hosting. Chew just making the lobby. Okay, we are back for the third time. Didn't expect to be saying this today, but for the third attempt at the Bahrain GP for AOR F4 PC. Let's just hope it all goes well this time. It's been said in the group chat that if it doesn't work this time, the race will be postponed until, I believe, the next break week. So fingers crossed this all goes to plan, and we will just be waiting for everybody to grid up.
So I guess Tudor set all the drivers.
Yep.
We're waiting for drivers to set their setups again, once again.
Yep. And oh, I guess this will just be perfect time just to show the standings and whatnot. Here you can see this will be last time out's race results. It's F1 Racer. He took the win that last time out in Australia. He was then followed by Seb in the McLaren, then followed by F1 Racer's teammate Mercedes getting a double podium. He finished third. Then Strucek and Petty having a strong result in the AlphaTauris in P4 and P5. And the AP Legends and Chernostanov in the Red Bulls coming 2 by 2, followed by...
Sorry to cut you off, but Derp is in medium tires once again, and now Wilchin has now have soft tires.
Oh well, it doesn't matter for Mulchin because he is free to start on whatever tires he wants, but MTW Man and yeah, Derp should really be starting on soft tires, so yeah, that's a shame to see they're not starting on the correct tires, but it's whatever at this point. We just really want to get the race started. As I said, Lucas, he finished P8 in the Williams, M. Schlumpf 9th in the Alfa Romeo, and MTW Man rounding out points paying positions in the Racing Point, and that is where he starts today as well. Mulchin, he was the first of the non-point scorers in the Ferrari, who finished 11th, followed by our mate, Enigma, Tudor, Derp, Pigeon, Vegas, Dominic, and Nurtex. And if we just have a quick look at the constructor standings, of course, Mercedes will be leading after their double podium out in Melbourne, followed by AlphaTauri, McLaren, Red Bull on 14 points, Williams on 4 points, Alfa Romeo on 2 points, Racing Point on 1 point, and then both Ferrari, Haas, and Renault scoring no points at Melbourne. So, cars are about to come up to the grid now. Let's hope it all goes smoothly on this last attempt.
Okay, so here we go in the Lion formation, after the formation, and again, let's see who's going to be having the best start.
And thankfully, they all get away well. Seb leads into turn 1, followed by Pigeon. It looks like Pigeon can't challenge into turn 1, and looks like F1 Racer goes around the outside of the Renault, and he gets up into P2. Good start from last time's race winner.
Moves up to P4, pressing Nurtex, having a good start. Some drivers are lost quite a lot of positions.
Yeah, Chernostanov down in P18, losing 4 positions off of the start. And it's mainly just people gaining or losing 2 positions, 1 position. I've got some battling further back. Oh, and that was the Haas of JDB going wide. That's allowed Nurtex and Sky Carterfell to slip back up. I see this 4-car gaggle for P4. And looks like there's already started to see oh, there's contact between JDB and Sky Carterfell. And the AP Legends manages to get ahead of the Hash Drive because of that, but he's not going down without a fight. It's 3 wide into turn 14.
AP Legends in the inside, passing the Mercedes driver and the Arsenal again, but Arsenal doesn't give up. They're still inside by side.
And it's 3 wide, followed behind the 2 wide battle. Heading to turn 1, and looks like JDB's down in 12th for some reason when he's around 5th. I'm not sure why that's happening.
Lost quite a lot of positions.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people have ghosted for whatever reason.
Overtakes as well.
Oh.
P6. Oh,
Yeah, I do not know what is happening.
I think Codemasters has...
Oh, hold on, it's back to normal. Yep, it's back to normal. Thankfully. Yeah, as you can see now, Struzek behind the Hash driver. But just look at this massive gaggle up ahead.
We're getting debated by Codemasters.
Yep.
And you're not in the race screen, by the way.
Oh yes, my bad for that. And
meanwhile, so there's a big fight going on for top 3 right now. Pigeon is just 5 times behind F1 Racing. I guess it's not moving. I'm guessing the Codemasters have broken the telemetry as well.
yep, and Seb now leads out in front by a second, and Pigeon, he's looking to get up past F1 Racer, who took his position off the start, and that's the AP Legends close to JDB behind, but he can't make a move out of it. And I think that's Struzek further back, going down the inside of the other half of Enigma. Can he get the move done? They're still going side by side into turn 3, heading up to turn 4 now. It's tightly contested between the AlphaTauri and the Hash driver, but in the braking zone, Struzek gets the move done. And there's a yellow flag behind, and that is IRC Vega, who's spun around, and he drops down to dead last now. That's not what he would have wanted.
Meanwhile, I'm seeing fight between Enigma and Dominic as well for P13. He's trying to catch Swasik. Swasik following MT Wombat as well. Such as Motion is fighting for points with Sky Cortical and catches the Ferrari driver. He's just 5 times behind them.
Oh, and that was our mate going around the outside of Enigma. Now Petsy will want to try something around the outside, but he can't make anything out of that. But look at Petsy now, he's got the overtake on, and he goes down the inside of Enigma, and he doesn't get the move done. Enigma sticks around the outside, and he manages to keep P16, and I think that's the AP Legends up ahead in the battle, down the inside of Tudor or Derp was that into turn 1, but there was some wheel banging further behind. And yep, that's Schlumpf and Tudor in a battle for P8. Oh, it looks like Schlumpf is having some connection issues there behind the McLaren. That's Nurtex, one of the main people who got their name on the penalty board quite a lot. Again, a penalty once again in this race.
Tudor seems to be suffering from fuel already. I'm seeing the yellow sign showing up for Tudor.
Yeah. Maybe he's just going for an aggressive fuel strategy, and I think that Sky Carterfell and Mulchin were just battling into turn 8, or turn 9 and 10 actually. And Sky Carterfell came out on top in that one. Just just looks like Derp. He is holding up a few cars behind him. Tudor will be wanting to get a move on. He has already gained up 3 positions and he just gained a 3-second time penalty to his name. So he'll be really wanting to clear Derp now and create a gap to him so he won't be affected by a penalty in post-race. And just look at that gap from Pigeon to Nurtex. He's now getting overtaken by JDB, and JDB's got that move cleanly done. And here comes Tudor now. Tudor on the Renault of Derp, and he looks like he's also got that move cleanly done. Good move there, and was that Sky Carterfeld and Mulchin going at it once again? It is. And here comes Mulchin around the outside to turn 3. He's also got Slipstream from the Alfa Romeo of M. Schlumpf, and he gets the move done. The Sky Carterfeld, and talk about Ferrari, Vega has spanned once again. Not a good start to the race for the other Ferrari driver.
I was about to say Mulchin is fighting for points with Sky Carterfeld. And now Mulchin is slowly charging through the field, and now he's hunting down Schlumpf and Derp as well right now. The session is slightly this side. M. Schlumpf is having some internet issues, I think. He is teleporting around.
Yep, oh, that's Nurtex going wide, and that's just his saying about him and his, well, track limits. Mentioned out in Melbourne, he had quite a bit, if I do remember, before retiring. And he'll be wanting to get his position back from JDB. It was a pretty clean slam dunk move from the Haas driver the lap before. But he's got his DRS and overtake mode on, but he's taking his overtake mode off. He's around half a second behind. I do think this is doable, but here's the AP Legends out of absolutely nowhere into turn 1, and he looks like he can't get the move done straight away, and he goes for a switchback on the racing point, but can't get the switchback done straight away. But now look at this. He's got a very good drive into turn 4, but no, Nurtex just has the slipstream and he can't do anything about it.
Hello, do you hear me now?
No, you're still pretty quiet.
Oh my god. How is this not working? I don't think there's anything wrong with me, but...
AP Legend closing on the nerd. What?
Oh, what now, boys?
Slightly better, yeah. But anyway, AP Legend closing in on the race point of Nurtex, who locks up heavy into the final corner. And this presents the AP Legend with a perfect opportunity, and that's actually Nurtex without some of his front wing. On the right hand side, he has lost some of his end plates, so that will really be affecting his performance. And it's side by side through turn 1, turn 2, and he just nudges ahead into turn 3. But now with DRS and slipstream, could Nurtex do anything? And he couldn't, as he's just allowing Tudor behind to close ever so more up. And Tudor, remember, he's on the alternative strategy, and he tries to dive down the inside of Nurtex. Some slight wheel banging and forces Nurtex wide there. I don't think Nurtex will be happy with that move, and that's now allowed Derp to go around the outside of the Racing Point driver, and he gets the move done for P7.
I'm sorry for my microphone being quiet. I don't know if you can hear me well right
Yeah.
now, because we're fixing it right now.
I can hear you well. But Tudor,
Okay.
with Tudor and Derp, I think though Derp was one of the drivers who started on the mediums when he shouldn't have been. So we'll just, yeah, I think Tudor, he is on the move on the medium tyres, And he's definitely showing his tent behind the AP Legends for sure. All of DRS is.
Slightly getting close to Seb. He's gonna have the DRS again. Maybe the F1 racer might have the P1 from Seb right now. He's following McLaren driver for quite a long time now. Seb is slightly sliding. His car seems to be his soft tires are slightly burning out, I think. Medium tire drivers are going to be in big advantage here. Such as Tudor and Derb are doing quite a good job with their tires in the field. As we say, Tudor just knocked his tires trying to catch AP Legends. He's just 3,000 behind, while Derp is 3,000 behind Tudor as well. Tudor is just trying to lock his tires in the corners right now. Maybe he's just making a little time. Drain his tires quicker. Keeps saying that he's still locking his tires. As they say, Armin, I think this is a penalty. He's trying to catch Dominic, who just locked his tires again, and now Armin is charging on Dominic for P11 and P10.
Sorry to cut in, but there's a battle for the lead going on right now. And F1 racer tries to run the outside in turn 4 into turn 5, I think that is, but he can't get the move done on Seb. And yeah, as you saw there, we've got our first pitters going onto hard tyres. So they are definitely trying to get one stop today.
Taking it to the end.
Yep.
Seb is slightly pulling away again. The gap was pretty close in a few corners ago, and now F1 racer is slightly dropping from him.
I think he just wants to...
Pigeon is just 1.5 seconds behind these two drivers. They're just driving away from the rest of the field, these first two drivers. As they say, I think that is Tudor is charging on JDB for fourth position.
Well, that's Tudor on JDB. Tudor on the medium tyres. And you see now all the soft tyre runners are coming into the pits. And they are going onto their one-stop strategy. And that's also JDB and the AP Legends. Oh no, the AP Legends stays out. So Tudor leads. One McLaren comes in to stop and another one comes out. Well, not comes out, but stays out on the medium tyres and goes into the lead. And that looked like...
had a very wide turn 1.
Yep. Looked like...
As I said, he's still behind him with the soft tires. He's pushing those soft tires. Hopefully he doesn't get a puncture any soon.
Yep. And it looks like Seb and F1 Racer have come out fairly close together. Looks like none of them were held up in the pits, and they've come out in a group of cars behind Cherner, Stanov and Enigma.
They will be having some traffic.
Yep.
Hopefully Seb doesn't get blocked from Cherner, Stanov, because this is a fight for P1.
Yep, but luckily for this top 3, they are 9 seconds clear from the nearest car behind.
As you said, I think Dirk just moved out to
Yep.
P2, the AP Legends.
That's showing the advantage the medium tyres has over the soft tyres right now. But if you look back towards Seb, when will he make a move on Cherner Stanov? Come towards turn 13 now. Seb almost looking like he cut that, but I think he just stayed two tyres outside, and that's Vega look to have gone off in sector 2. And look at the drive. Seb has out of the final corner. DRS wide open, and that's an easy move on Cherner Stanov, and looks like F1 Racing will follow suit, and maybe he'll follow suit also on Seb. He goes around the outside.
Oh no, he braked a little bit late. One of the drivers blocked their tires, but Seb is still ahead.
Yep, Seb stays
they
ahead.
don't have any drivers in the soft tire compound. Medium tire drivers are soft too. Meanwhile, hard tire drivers will be pitting soon, except Cherno has 10 laps on those hard tires, such as Enigma. They started their race on those hard tires. And Phone Racer still trying to get closer to Seb, but Enigma is now ahead of Seb. Hopefully it doesn't belong to Seb. And there's another yellow flag.
Vega has retired into the pits, so we shouldn't see a safety car there.
Codemasters.
Yep. But our mate, he is looking to challenge Dominic for P4. Dominic also gaining a lot of positions again, but yeah, again, a lot of the drivers have pits, so we have to see how his alternative strategy plays out from starting last.
I want to mention, Susik and Pesby start from behind of the grid, but now they are P3 and P6.
Yep, and that's our mate down the inside of Dominic, and he gets P4 away from the Alfa Romeo drive, but I don't think Dominic would go down without a fight. He's got his DRS on, but he doesn't have any DRS. Nor does our mate, actually, so they probably cross the split at the same time. And Seb, 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. So he must have overtaken Enigma. Whilst, yeah.
While he's doing the race.
So this throws F1 Racer into a position where he could win 2 races in a row. I see Dominic. Oh, I thought he tried around the outside, but instead he went tremendously wide. Nearly cuts Petsy off when rejoining onto the track. And he stays behind our mate for the time being. But here we've got Seb on Petsy, actually. Seb down the inside of turn 11. Gets the move done nicely, and he is really on the charge now after picking up that penalty as his rival for this race, F1 Racer, trying around the outside of Enigma. Can't make anything work though, so he will be losing time to Seb. He can already see Seb streak away in the distance. That's not a sight he'll be wanting to see at all.
I want to mention that F1 Racer doesn't have any penalties, not even a warning, so if he just gains it lead, he might have a shot of Seb easily winning this race by just Seb's penalty.
Yep, oh, he's very...
He needs only 5 seconds, otherwise he's not going to be winning the race.
Yep, F1 Racing went really deep into turn 1, but this is... and it's allowed Enigma to fight back. F1 Racing won't be happy about this at all, because he thinks he's on a different strategy and he shouldn't be fighting him. And he stays ahead, but look at the time. He's lost to Seb, 2.2 seconds behind now. 1 3-second time penalty will just ruin all of that. Oh, that's the AP Legends and M. Schlumpf battling in the S's, and oh, I thought M. Schlumpf went wide for a second, but that was just his lag. And yeah, pitching, closing up on Enigma.
As well, getting closer again to JDB for the points position.
Yep. Of course, they will be boosted up once people such like Stuja, Dominic, Enigma, and Chernostanov pit in. So this is effectively the battle for P5, I'd like to say. That's, oh, Dirt! 5 seconds of speeding in the pit lane. That's not smart of him at all. And we'll have to see where they come out compared to Tudor, because that was around the battle where they were in.
Seb is back on P1.
Yep.
With the fresh tires.
And Pigeons.
He's gonna have to take it 15 laps till the end. With the hard tires. He already has 3 laps on those hards, so we'll see if the tires can handle it. The rest of the grid, everybody has hard tires right now. The oldest tires are now in Enigma and Chernostanov right now, which are P4 and P5 right now. They will have to pit in about 5 laps, I guess.
Yep, I'd say around then. And while you're talking, Muchin got his way past JDB for effective P4 actually. Never mind me saying it was a battle for P5. Oh, actually, never mind. Yep, it was a battle for P5 actually. My bad. Did not see Tudor out ahead, and he has worked this reverse alternate strategy actually to perfection. He's gone from P11 or P12 up into effectively P4, P11. Yep, up gained 5 positions so far. It's a good strategy from the McLaren driver, and it's looking like a solid result for the McLaren team as well.
One racer is just staying between 2.5 seconds, not getting any closer, but slowly dropping from Seb. He needs to pick up a pace if he wants to win the race. If he stays where he is right now, he can win, but he just lost 3 tenths in one corner.
Further back, it looks like Struzik will be making a move for Sky Carterville for P12. He pokes his nose down the inside, and it looks like Sky Carterville almost jumps out the way for the AlphaTauri, but they still go side by side through turn 2 and into turn 3. Struzik gets the move done, DRS open, and there'll be no way Sky Carterville will be going making the move back as Pigeon. 3-second time penalty, and that will not be good because of Seb's 5-second penalty. That effectively puts Pigeon back down to P3, and Dominic also picking up a time penalty. And further up ahead, we've got JDB behind Muchin. Battle for P7, and they've got Dirt following behind it, but remember, Dirt does have the 5-second time penalty. JDB not managing to make a move, working this yellow flag behind, and that looks like M. Schlump probably made a mistake back then. I didn't catch it, but he was a car going slow.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, much better. Oh, yep. M. Schlump's internet is giving me some, I wouldn't say heart attacks, but giving me some scares as a commentator. And oh, that's Enigma Span out of turn 8. And that's Tudor.
McLaren driver passing Enigma.
Yep. It's gone. And yeah, this is really bad for Enigma. He has lost out. Oh, he's lost his wing. Has he lost some wing? We will have to wait for another shot where you can see front on. But by the speed he's going through, yep, he's lost a large chunk of his front left wing. Oh, unlucky for the Haas driver there, now pretty much dropping dead last.
Meanwhile, Derp is really trying to catch JDB right now. He can have DRS on JDB. He's getting slowly closer.
Will he try a dive?
I think. Oh, he is trying to dive.
Oh, some hard racing.
But he gets it. A bit dangerous, but he gets it.
Yep. Might be a word in the stewards for that afterwards. We do not know, of course, but yeah, Dirt, an ambitious move, but he makes it work, and now he goes and hunts after more.
how this corner moves still. Wait, you're in the intro. You're in the intro.
Apex Online.
Accidentally pushing the
Yeah.
buttons.
My bad there.
I guess that's why I went really quiet on your stream. You're pushing the buttons.
No, I don't have any buttons assigned to, well, your voice, and yeah, your voice just like ended up fading into the game. So
You're
yeah.
not showing. Are you showing the game screen? You're okay. Never mind. It's fixed. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's the first time you're simming.
Yeah.
Oh, that's vertex.
No text.
In the pits once again.
Yeah.
He is tired.
Hasn't been a good outing.
Seb is slowly pulling away from F1 racer. Now it's 3.3 seconds now. He still needs 1.5 seconds more if he wants to keep the win. He's going pretty quick right now. It all takes one mistake for Seb to lose his win. Only 10 laps remaining. Around 10 laps.
Meanwhile, Muchin got past the ghost of Chernyshtanov. Of course, Chernyshtanov will, unless he rejoins, I think the rule is he gets disqualified if he finishes while ghosted. And that's also Derp getting past him. Up into P6 goes to Renault driver, and that's JDB ready to pounce as well on the Red Bull driver.
JDB passing Chernos goes again. Meanwhile, Dominic is making a move on Armate from the outside. Armate is still on the inside, a little bit of contact, but he's still there. Dominic didn't get a position, but he has a DRS now.
Can't make anything work.
Armate locks his tires a little bit into the corner exit there. Dominic and Armate locking their tires once again in this corner. I guess everybody is just locking it in this corner.
Yep. Up ahead though, Derp's mounting the challenge on Muchin for P5.
Slump is also getting close to Sky Carnival.
Yep, but we could see some overtake into turn 1 from Derp. If he gets a good exit, it's definitely possible to stay AP dash and he gets past his ghosted teammate. And look at this now, a good exit from the Renault driver. And this looks almost textbook move to happen. Oh, Muchin gets some slight lag, that looked like. And yep, slam dunk move into P5, goes Derp in the Renault.
Dominic is getting really close on Armate again. He's making the move again in the same corner from the outside. He's giving a move. Armate really like braking, made him contact, and again almost Dominic taking it easy, not to hit anything. Also aggressive on Armate. He's aggressive and defensive. I mean,
Yeah.
how can I say this? What was the word? He's taking attention to Armate's moves.
Yeah.
Not making any collisions.
Muchin, however, has DRS and Derp, the driver who just overtook him on the main straight.
Here we go again. Now Milchin will have DRS on Derp. Derp seems to be a little bit laggy. Maybe it's Milchin, but here comes Milchin right now. He's not close enough for an overtake attempt. I think he's just gonna save it for the other gears, oncoming gears. So opposite again. He has 40% of ERS, but he stayed in first mode when he opened his gears on third. He wasn't planning to overtake him here. Meanwhile, both drivers looking their tires drop a little bit went wide there.
I think Motion just...
As we talk, I think that's M Slump getting closer to Sky Cartafel as well.
It is.
Oh,
Sky Cartafel goes wide!
Yeah, he made a mistake, and now that gives M Slump a big advantage to make the move on Sky Cartafel in the steering zone. Sky goes defensive, but no use to Slump. Meanwhile, he made a mistake as well, I think.
I can't tell because of the lag.
Sky Cartafel is at the inside, Slump leaves him a space, but stays ahead is the Mercedes driver. He has some internet problems, he still does. He's teleporting around with that internet. As this says, Drusik making move on JDB as well. Moving up to P7.
Oh, it's been a good drive from Struzek, I must say.
Weren't they P3 and P6 as a teammate? What happened to them?
Well, yeah, they were. Well, they hadn't stopped at that point, but Struzek's gained 10 positions this race. Impressive showing from the AlphaTauri driver.
As we talk, I think Cherno is aiming for the fastest lap into soft tires, such as Enigma with the medium tires, taking it to the end with those compounds. Oh, okay, I think I'm quite again.
Yep. Oh, is that M Schlump? What's yeah, M Schlump keeps confusing me with his connection, but I thought he went off for a moment, but stays on the track.
Also, I think it's you were quiet.
Is it?
They saying in chat.
Oh, my audio therefore was I don't know, I'm confused by this.
Was it yours?
I don't know, it says when I talk my audio's louder than yours. Yeah. You know, Sky Cartafel behind on M Schlump, looking to get the position back.
Wait, let me just check the stream really quick and I can inform you about it. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Okay, can you hear me now?
Kinda, yeah, ish, good. That Motion seems to be in good position. Heading onto the lap 24.
I checked the stream and I didn't see any problem. Anyway, I think I don't have a fix, so I guess it's gonna go like this.
Yep, well, Motion down inside the Derp, and I think he's got the move done before they even reach turn 1, but Derp might try and hang around the outside, but Motion places his car well and doesn't allow for any move.
Oh, Derp with a 3-second time penalty. As well, I want to remind you, F1 Racer is still in 5 seconds to Seb, so he can still win this race. There's only a few laps remaining into the race with the last lap. Seb needs to pull away, otherwise he's not going to be able to win because of this 5-second time penalty. He must be frustrated right now because he probably knows he is not 5 seconds away from F1 Racer. Hello?
Hello, yep.
So, Derp just got a 3-second time penalty, which means even though he passes Mulchin, he might have lost the position if he doesn't pull away 3 seconds. He is gonna lose the position if he stays like this to Streak and JDB, such as M. Shalom is getting close up to AP Legends right now. I mean, Sky Carnival, sorry. Dominic as well on Armade, these two drivers again fighting with each other all race.
See if Dominic can make a move now, but he just gets the slice of tank snappers on the exit and just doesn't allow him to do that. Actually, however, he's closing quite rapidly with overtake mode, and we could see a late lunge from the Alfa Romeo driver, and he actually does do it down inside of Armate.
Really nice overtake.
Oh, the overtake's not done yet though. The wheel banging.
Armate comes back and they're still side by side actually. A little bit of contact. Gilliam is slightly ahead, but oh no. Dominic was in the inside. They're still having the contact, but no issues so far. I'm not seeing any broken rings, but they are tending to crash each other out. One of them are so aggressive and defensive about their positions.
Yeah.
Dominic is having some tank slippers as well. Might cause him some problems in the oncoming laps. We might see some striking distance into the last lap from Dominic to Armade. He still has some 40% of that ERS and raising. Meanwhile, Armade is in 50%. He is trying his best and using all of his ERS to stay ahead of him. Dominic has the advantage here, if you ask me, with the DRS.
Yep.
Because overtake mode is actually really useful when you're trying to overtake you, when it's giving you the max power. The straight line speed goes skyrocket. As we're gonna be seeing right now, you see how far away Armade is now. Here comes Dominic, very quick, goes up to 330 kilometers. Armade goes up to the inside.
Oh!
Oh no! Dominic went too aggressive on Armade, and as I said about these two drivers crashing each other out, Dominic ended up into the wall.
Yep, the lack of aero balance because of his DRS open, he tried to make a late switch, and at 210 miles per hour, as you were saying, around 330, 340 kph, it just didn't work, and he ended up going straight into that wall, a one-way ticket into DNF.
And when he made the turn really quick, the DRS made him spin easier, and so he lost the control and hit the wall.
Yep.
I guess.
Yep, that is pretty much what happened. And meanwhile, the battle for the last point-paying position still continues on between M. Schlumpf and Sky Carterville.
Oh, by the way, F1 Racer is just about 5 seconds. So Seb might have a chance, and there's still 2 laps remaining with the last lap, and I think it's gonna happen.
Yep.
Meanwhile, M. Schlumpf is getting closer, and MTV has left the session while he was 5 times behind to Enigma. Well, he's not in the point position, so I guess it's alright to leave the session.
I don't know about that, but
he will get disqualified if the AI finishes, I guess.
Yep, also the battle for P5 continues on. Derp ahead of Motion, ahead of Strujet. JDB's just dropped back to 1 second behind.
F1 Racer is just holding it on there. I'm keeping an eye on that.
Yep.
It's just 5 tenths, 3 tenths, somewhere about there. I'm just looking at F1 racers here, and I'm seeing F1 racer is using his overtake mode on this race right now to catch and stay in 5 seconds range to Seb. Seb is using overtake mode as well to pull away from F1 racer. They're so far away, but yet so close to a win.
Yep, and 2 laps remaining now, and it's 4.9 seconds. I've got the feeling Seb's going to do this. Can you check if Seb's got any warnings?
I guess not. Let me just check again. Well, even though Seb has warnings, F1 racer does not have any.
Yeah.
And yes, Seb did not get any warnings after that 5-second penalty, I guess.
And it's up above 5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't see any penalties for Seb or F1 racer.
Oh, meanwhile, battle for P6 between Struzik and Mulchin. Struzik down the inside of the Ferrari, and I think it looked like he overcooked it for a second, and that's the Ferrari trying to switch back. Will he let off into the S's? He does. And Struzik, quite the impressive drive, P17 up to P6.
As I wanna say, Seb is in clear right now. He just needs to pull aware of them. He just needs to stay like this if he still wants to win the race. He is 5.2 seconds away from F1 racer. And F1 racer is at 25% of overtake. He's using overtake mode in the corners as well. That is a little bit wasteful for him. And Ahmed just got a 3-second time penalty, which means nothing actually, because Cherno is 15 seconds away from him. Doesn't affect him really.
Last lap now.
F1 racer just standing in 5.1 seconds.
And he just doesn't have.
Using all of his overtake mode as well, maximum power. What were you saying?
Yeah, F1 Racer just doesn't have enough overtake mode, I think, to claw this gap back. But however, he does seem to have a good exit.
He might have a chance. He's really close. Like 30s, 60s. Oh, there he goes again. 5.1 seconds. He's really close.
We'll have to see. This would be a Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton situation here. From the Austrian GP in real life. Of course, Lewis Hamilton after the 5-second penalty, and Lando Norris just snatching it away, and look at the time.
He's back.
He's back.
The racer is back and out again. Oh my god, it's really hard to tell who's gonna win the race.
I've got a feeling Seb will. Oh, Seb has a little tank stopper through turn 11.
He's still in there. He's 2 tenths in there right now. It's becoming 3 tenths.
Seb's using all of his overtake though. F1 Racers using it too, but not as much as Seb was using. But I don't think Seb has this. Seb's weaving. Oh, the gap, it's incredibly close, but F1 Racer has won it.
Seb shouldn't have made his car in the end. He thought he won, but he did not.
Yep.
And Pigeon being 8.3 seconds behind.
Yep.
Seb celebrated too early.
Yep, Struzik gets the P5 after that penalty from Derp too. Great drive from him, and my drive of the day, if you ask me. I'm finishing.
F1 racer and Seb fighting for position, and I think he didn't know about the penalty.
I think he might have forgotten.
Probably not, because he was waving in the end. He must be going like, what is going on right now?
Oh.
He's probably confused right now. If he forgot about it. Anyways, here's your Bahrain Grand Prix fireworks going in the circuit. Next big race, I guess, it's gonna be Hanoi or China Grand Prix. Which one is it? I guess it's gonna be Hanoi.
Yep. Yep, next race is at Hanoi Street Circuit. First time AOR will visit that track. And as you see now, F1 Racer for the second race in a row takes that P1.
And I want to say Hanoi is a very difficult track.
Yeah.
It's like Monaco but longer straights. Specifically the last corner, you need to take it so right, and it depends on. I mean, it really how can I say? Um, the last corner is really depends on the qualifying lap.
Yeah.
How can I say this? I don't know the word. It really changes your qualifying lap. Let me say
Yeah.
the last corner.
Wow, that was quite the thriller, especially at the end with that penalty coming into play. But I've been Alfie Lawrenson, and yeah, thank you, Meta, for joining me today in this race. And yeah, we'll see you next week at the Hanoi Street Circuit in Vietnam. See you then.
Yep. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you later.